So let's take a look at the box first. There really isn't much here to look at. Obviously the controller is on the front. On one side you have the one side of the controller. The other side basically tells you what's inside this box. And the back pretty much tells you the same thing on what the controller actually can do. So let's go ahead and open this box. Basically 2 pieces of tape here. It opens up to a very fancy case that the controller is in. So once you take the controller out and you take this insert out, it has a few other things behind it. Like this, for example, and what this is a really nice cord to plug into your Xbox or your computer and directly plug it into the controller. Alright, so here we go. We're going to open up the controller, and this is a really hard case too. Basically this case reminds me of a high-end headphone case that you might get like Beats or say Bose headphones in. So here we go. Here is the Elite Xbox controller. So first let's take a look what's in the case. We have the D-pad. So in all you actually have 3 different sets of analog sticks. But let's take a look at the controller first. The analog sticks that come with it are super nice. As you can see, they're just smooth. It's just really, really smooth movement. The A, X, Y, and B buttons are basically the same. And of course this is the alternate D-pad, which will be fantastic for fighting. I know for me at least, when I'm playing a fighting game and you just have the up and down and back and forth, it really can punish your thumb. But with this disc, I can already feel how much smoother it is, and the movements will be so much better on that. So the top is silver, and on the back is where you have all your extra buttons. Now these nice bright green brass looking buttons, these are for your hair triggers. So if it's in the up position like it is, the button will push all the way down like normal. You switch this down and you only have a half resistance. Literally, seconds matter when you're about to shoot somebody. Trust me, I know. So when you push this down and it doesn't have to go all the way down, it only goes halfway down, you are actually having an advantage against the other person. And it's on both sides, so you can either have this as a hair trigger and have this go all the way down, or vice versa. And now you actually have an extra set of buttons here, and I wasn't really sure about these, to tell you the truth, because I've seen images and pictures of them. But when you're holding the controller, these feel so natural in your hands. I can't wait to use those. And on the back, on each handle, has a rubbery grip, and it feels great in your hands when you're holding it. Alright, so let's get back to the alternate analog sticks. We'll start with these here first. The handles of these sticks are much longer than the ones that are on there. And you basically just remove these sticks by pulling this straight up, and they're magnetic. So you can just replace that with this within seconds, and now you actually have a stick that is super long. And you might be asking yourself, well, why do I need a stick that long? Well, it actually, from what I've read anyway, helps you, especially if you're using a sniper rifle, or to get a little bit better accuracy. The longer stick will help you with that. And what's cool about it is you can either have a long one and a short one, both long ones, or you can switch them and swap them out. And just like the analog sticks, this D-pad is also magnetic, so you can pop it right off and it fits right on. And what's so good about all this is you think, okay, well, magnets, it's going to fall apart, it's going to feel very loose. But it does not. I mean, I can actually just grip these underneath my thumbs and they're not going anywhere. Same with this. It's really nice. And of course here is the D-pad, which fits very snug just like this, as if it always were on there.
You know what? I've come around on this controller, Dave. It's worth every penny. I haven't even used it yet and I've come around on it.
I forgot to mention, with all the magnetics, these paddles actually come off there as well. Just like that. And they're also magnetic, fit right back on. So the last of the analog sticks we have sort of has that smooth, almost mushroom look to it. So here they are on the controller. And these aren't bad. They're a little like the PlayStation 3 controllers, the old PlayStation 3 analog sticks. I much prefer the concave one over these, but these are actually, you can probably get used to them pretty easily. But it's cool that they decided to put a different design in there with the others. Alright, so overall, before I've even plugged it in and used it, I can say that this is probably the finest controller that I have ever held. It feels so good in your grip. Love the paddles underneath of it. The disc is fantastic for fighting games. I'm not sure how well it will work for a regular game, but I guess we'll find out. Everything here feels really smooth. This is sort of the sports car of controllers. And I'm really excited to go plug this thing in and see how well it works. So in a few weeks, or maybe even a month, depending on how long I decide it takes me to get the feel of this, and come back with a more detailed review for you guys on how it actually works in a game and all the customization you can do with it. But hopefully you guys will return and check out that review, and I hope you like this review as well. And if so, make sure to subscribe so I can see you next time. There it went.